curious question here, and I know in our previous chats before you were mentioning that a dog's behavior is affected by multiple internal and external factors.
Yeah.
Um, can we dive a little bit more into that?
Absolutely. So, my dog right now, I mean, Candy, she's 9 years old. She is a female Spitz and she has arthritis and she has had resource guarding, she has had separation anxiety,
Mm,
stranger danger, touch sensitivity, a lot of things.
yeah.
But then there are some people that come over, or there are people that drop their dogs here, or we meet other people. And I always have that fear that, oh my God, they're going to judge me. That, okay, Candy being a trainer's dog, she's like the most brattiest of them all. So,
Candy, if you're listening, don't feel sad.
oh, Candy's sleeping. She doesn't mind actually. I mean, she's like,
Okay.
she keeps on talking about me. So, so the point here is, dogs. It's important to understand that dogs are not robots. I mean,
Mm,
if you taught them something, sit means sit, or
yeah,
come here, and the dog has to come.
yeah.
Uh, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work
Mm,
like that. They are sentient beings. That means they have valid emotions, they have valid needs, they have valid moods. So for
mm,
example, how Candy was feeling the last day, last night, she feels different today, maybe
correct.
because the environment has changed. There were dogs yesterday, there are no dogs today, and now she's back to resting. Now when she's well rested, I think she'll be in a better mood.
Mm,
So coming back to this, that a dog's behavior, or a dog's personality. So personality is different, behavior is different.
correct.
Uh, all of these are influenced by a lot of internal and external factors,
Mhm,
starting from genetics, or starting from
mm,
what breed the dog is. So a lot of, or maybe some behaviors can definitely be guided by the dog's breed. So for example, think about German shepherds who were bred to herd. So they would want
mm,
to chase away or stop movements.
yeah.
So anything that runs, kids, bikes, out of nowhere, they want to they want to chase them away, or they want to just make the motion stop. They want to stop the motion. Or
Mm,
retrievers, they want to carry everything in their mouth. So now when people have issues like, oh, my dog is always mouthing me, or when he's excited, he starts humping me or starts mouthing me. So a lot of these behaviors, you need to understand where are the behaviors
correct.
coming from. So once we are
Mm,
able to understand that, I
yeah.
think we are more prone to using welfare centered methods, and not like sit means sit, you have to sit, because right. So coming back to the factors, it can range from anything from genetics, breed traits, early life experiences, the physical condition of the dog. So for example, uh, how old is the dog, how
Mm,
healthy the dog is, health wise. So for example, if the dog has, depends on the situation, depends on the diet, how is the dog doing. So for example, if the dog has always been in a stressful situation, think about a dog who is noise sensitive, a
mm,
dog who gets to bark, run at the doorbell 5 to 6 times a day, and maybe one or twice at the balcony chasing people or
mm,
walkers out of the balcony. The dog is always barking, unable to settle down. Maybe the sleep quality is not that good. Uh, the dog is not really relaxed. Maybe the dog will have chronic gut issues or
mm,
skin issues, and that is going to make the dog even more grumpier because he's not well rested, and there's continuous itching that's happening, or maybe there's digestive issues, or maybe there's a tummy upset, but then
mm,
we can't figure out when the dog's tummy is upset, unless we see the poop and then like, okay, there seems to be a digestion issue. But then there can be things around that. The emotional state of a dog, does the dog get enough opportunities for mental stimulation and appropriate exercise? I would
yeah.
like underline it twice, I think. Appropriate exercise is so important, and the
Yeah.
environmental conditions. So coming back to the exercise bit, um, uh, a lot of us think, I was talking to somebody else the other day where we were
Hmm.
talking about that, um, for a lot of us who are already into a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9 job, actually
Hmm.
they come back and they are guilty that they are not able to give their dogs the time
Hmm.
they require, or etc etc, and
Yeah.
in that guilt they might end up picking up a ball and throwing it in the hall for their dog to fetch.
Hmm.
Intention is good here. The person means well. The person is like, oh, I miss playing with my dog, but then
Correct.
maybe the choice of
Hmm.
activity was not really good. So,
Hmm.
I mean, hence, so appropriate exercise, knowing what kind of exercise is going to work for your dog, and
Hmm.
a major issue that I keep on seeing is that dogs who are
Hmm.
hyperactive dogs who are not able to rest down or rest. People think that we need to play more running games, walk them a lot, etc., etc., to get them to tire, right?
Hmm.
But then the goal of exercise, we don't go to the gym to only to drain and sleep. We
Yeah.
don't. That is not the goal of exercise, and
Yeah.
same holds true for our dogs. Exercise is
Hmm.
not to drain them, and thank God they're sleeping. It's not the goal. It's not the goal. So, yeah,
No, I love that. Because just very recently I came across a pet family that does not take the pet out for walks because the pet does not prefer walking. It's a small animal, it's a small breed, and she is a fragile little thing. Makes sense why she would not like climbing up a flight of stairs, why she would not prefer going out on a walk.
yeah,
Um, in such instances, if I were to mentally stimulate or physically stimulate my pet in a healthy manner, if
yeah,
you were to give me two top tips
yeah.
for pets like this, I know this is off the charts, but just very curious to understand what happens to a situation where the pet does not want that physical
Yeah,
activity,
yeah.
does not want to mentally participate in any sort of games or finding the hidden treats. How do we get that going? How do we handle that?
So when I'm personally working with that dog, so okay,
Mhm.
why I love to talk about this, because a, my dog Candy is also reactive, and
Okay.
since the list is never ending. She is
Okay.
reactive when she's on leash. When she's on leash, she's leash reactive actually, and
Hmm.
we mentioned that she has arthritis. She has hip dysplasia actually, and
Hmm.
that makes her not want to go on walks every day. So we do not go out on daily walks. We do not.
Hmm.
So what can be done in that case is a, understanding why does my dog not want to go out. Is it the
Hmm.
harness, is it the collar, is it the area that is stressful and the dog is like, okay, I don't want to go into
Hmm.
that stressful environment again. Is it actually the stairs?
Yeah.
What else is happening? What else is happening? So, for
Hmm.
example, figuring out what the trigger is, can we instead drive the dog to a certain bigger area, where a natural area where the dog is
Hmm.
able to explore things without triggers being around. Uh, See if that changes anything. And second definitely has, first actually has to be ruling out any pain and discomfort. Absolutely. You cannot be asking a dog who is in pain to go out for a walk, and the kind of walks that we actually do on a short leash, just walk straight, pee, poop, and then come back. I mean, those walks are serve no purpose at all. They serve
Hmm.
no purpose at all. So thinking about ruling out pain, discomfort, and second is thinking about what in the environment can be distressing the dog. Can we change something in the environment? So I think this is for starters.